Hello, what is up guys? EvilDuosArm here today, back with another Black Desert video. In today's video, we'll be taking a look at the villa buffs in Black Desert, more specifically, how to get them, which ones are available to you, the easiest place to pick each one of them up, and the best scenarios to use each of these buffs in. Real quick, before we get into the video, if you're new to Black Desert, enjoy the content on the channel, or end up finding this video useful, please consider subscribing to the channel. It would mean a lot to me and would help to grow the channel. Without further ado, let's get into it and let's take a look at villa buffs in Black Desert. What is a villa buff? What are we doing here? So villa buffs are buffs that you can purchase from different locations in Black Desert, or if you own a Pearl tent, you can buy it from there as well, but they give you certain buffs to your character. There are basically three categories of buff. You have the turn and gates buff, the skill and experience buff, and the body enhancement buffs that you can see to the left over here. Basically, turn and gates is for life skilling, skill and experience is for leveling up a character, and body enhancement's your PvP buff, or if you're trying to grind in an area that's slightly above your gear level. But if you want a little bit more breakdown, you can see each of their effects right here. You will also be able to see the effect when you go to purchase the buffs. The villas are the different locations which you can buy them, and I'll show you the three easiest ones for each of the different types of buffs here in a second, and then finally the price for the different buffs. So go ahead and pause the video here, or the link to this website will be in the description below as well. So the location where you can buy all of these villa buffs are the villas located throughout Black Desert. If you open up your map, you are looking for these like spire-looking little towers that are located throughout the map. So there's one right here, there's two of them right here, there's two of them right here. So they're all scattered around Valencia, the Valencia region, to the right of the Black Desert map. So all throughout here you can see these little spires or towers or whatever you want to call them. Each of these are a different villa, so they all have their own names. So for example, the one that I'm currently sitting at is Karshu's Villa. If we go back to this table, Karshu's Villa allows you to purchase the Turn and Gates buff. So this is for a life skiller. If you want to do some life skilling, get some bonus stats to your life skilling, give you increased energy recovery, then you're going to want to pick up this Turning Gates Villa buff. So the nice thing about the Karshu's Villa is also that it is the closest villa to the mainland here of Black Desert, where the majority of players end up spending a large portion of their time. So all you got to do is get to Altanova, cross the bridge, and you are right here at this villa, so you don't have to go very far to pick up this buff, which is great for life skillers. Now, if you were interested in gaining the combat EXP buff, some skill EXP buff, then you're going to want to pick up the skill and experience buff, which is available from these different villas. The closest one of these villas is Kunit, and it is located right here, Kunit's Villa. So once again, it's just outside of Altanova, cross the bridge, and it is the first villa when you head to the north. So another quick buff to pick up if you want to gain that 10% EXP bonus. These buffs do stack with just about every single buff in the game, so this is like a bonus 10% EXP you can get if you plan on doing a hardcore grinding session. So let's say, for example, you were going to go grind in Polly's Forest, you would ride out over here, pick up the buff, head on back to Polly's Forest. Whether this is time effective, I don't really know, but if you have a Pearl Shop tent, you can pick up these villa buffs whenever you want, and we'll take a look at that here in a second. So if you had the Pearl Shop tent, you'll be able to just set it up over here in Polly's Forest, pick up the buff, and not have to ride halfway across the map. At any rate, the third buff is the body enhancement buff, and this is only available at two villas. The closest one, I think, is the one just north of Gahaz. So it is Lohan's Villa right here. If you wanted to go to the other one, it is this one down here in the desert, Atosis Villa. So I think this is a bit further of a ride to get down to this one, but maybe you know a shortcut to get down to it. Anyway, those are the locations to pick up the three buffs. So for the life EXP buff, you're going to want to come to this villa right here. For the combat general leveling buff, you're going to want to go to Kunit's Villa located right here, north of Altanova. And for the PvP buff, you're going to be wanting to head on over to the villa north of Gahaz Bennett, so Lohan's Villa. Also, the Lohan's Villa will apply if you're trying to grind in an area slightly above your gear level. Once you arrive at the villa, you're going to see a building like this, and the first person you need to talk to is going to be the Villa Keeper. So in order to get into any villa, you need to get an invite, and this invite doesn't come from a very high and wealthy friend. It comes from this dude right here. You literally just talk to him, go to the villa shop, and you can purchase an entry pass to any one of the villas in the game. So you can stop at any villa to pick up the invitation, but the invitation will only work at the one villa. So because we are at Karshu's Villa right now, I'm going to go ahead and purchase the Karshu's Villa invitation for 10 million silver. They cost 10 million silver, but they do last for 1 week. So like, for example, if you're life skilling, you'll have 1 week of the ability to purchase this buff, which is pretty cool. So anyway, once you have the thing in your inventory, you can walk through the door now. So it'll let you press R on the door and walk on into the villa. If it is your first time in any one of these villas that you enter, make sure to talk to everyone inside of the villa. It will give you more knowledge, which will give you more energy, as well as family fame, and you want both of those things in Black Desert. But the NPC you're actually looking for inside of this villa is the Villa Butler. So go ahead and talk to the Villa Butler, and under the Exchange tab, you will see that you can exchange gold bars for the Villa buffs that we were just talking about. So this is the life skill 1, so we have the turning gates buff that we could buy, which are the same as the buffs that we've seen right here. Pricing is exactly the same. For 1 gold bar times 3, so 300,000 silver, you can buy the 90-minute buff, or for 900,000 silver, you can get twice as much time. If you plan on life skilling for a long period of time, or if you plan on grinding for a long period of time, or if you've got a long way to travel before you can actually start using the buff, you'll want to take the longer time. Otherwise, you can just go for the shorter time. Another nifty feature is that there's a currency exchange right here, so you can actually exchange any silver in your inventory into bars in order to be able to buy the buff. So buying the buff is really quite simple. I'll just show you how easy it is. If you go ahead and just trade in these gold bars, I need 3 of them. So if we click it, 1, 2, 3, go to the exchange tab, and I can now buy the buff. And just like that, I will have the 90-minute life skill buff sitting right here, and I can go do some gathering or whatever I wanted to do with the increased energy recovery. Once again, these buffs stack with just about every other buff. So for example, if you had this buff running with the Camisilia's Blessing, with the Water Pit and Duvenkroon, you'd be getting like +5 energy recovery per 3 minutes, which is pretty dank. So once again, quickly to summarize, if you want the life skill buff, it is Karshu's Villa. If you want the general grinding buff, it is the Kunitz Villa. And if you're looking for PvP or want a little bit more oomph in your grinding, you're going to want to go with the Lindsay Lohan Villa. Now, the only thing left to cover in this video is for people who have spent the money on the tent. So if you decided to buy the Pearl Shop item tent in Black Desert, you can actually redeem Villa buffs from wherever you want in the world. So in the earlier example, if we were down in Polly's Forest grinding, we could buy Villa buffs using our Pearl Shop tent. So to access your Pearl Shop tent, click the tent icon in the top left corner, install campsite, and that will place your tent. From here, you will have the option for a Villa scroll that you'll see at the bottom corner, and you can actually purchase all of the buffs right here from this tent. So you don't have to go to a villa, you don't have to do anything. The only thing that you need to do in order to buy these buffs is you need to have a villa invite. So you need to have visited the villa at some point in the last 7 days to pick up a villa invitation. Any villa invitation will work. So for example, I have the Karshu's Villa invitation, which is for life skill buffs, but if I go to the Villa scroll tab, I can straight up purchase this EXP one. Even though I don't have an invitation to the EXP buffs, I can just go ahead and buy it. Purchased for 500,000 silver. It will replace my previous buff, but I now have the skill and experience buff. So you can swap between these buffs on the fly if you have a tent. You don't have to travel around for them. All you need is that piece of paper that you have to buy one of every 7 days. So in the Pearl Shop, if you want to buy this, it is the Naphart campsite. It is located under Travel Aid campsite, and it is right here and currently 20% off. I do want to point out that I literally bought a whole boat in real life for less money than this in-game tent. So you can buy a virtual tent or a boat in real life. Really, it's up to you. But anyway, guys, that's basically going to be it for this video. So we covered all the different villa buffs that are available to you, where to go to get them, the easiest way to find them all, how to purchase them, and how to purchase them from your Pearl Shop tent. If there's something I missed in this video, something that you think would be helpful to someone else, let them know in the comment section below. And if you like this video, make sure to leave a like and also make sure you're subscribed so you stay updated when new content comes out. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you at the next stream, video, or wherever I happen to see you. Peace. Dude, look, you can get this tent off of Amazon for 28 bucks, and you can go and like camp in real life instead of in Black Desert. And look, I found a boat. You can buy an actual 23-foot sailboat right now for $0. It's free. The guy's just giving it away. $0. Like, you sure it's got some problems, but like, come on. It probably doesn't even leak. Like, look at that floor. It probably doesn't even leak. All right, it's probably fine. And like, tell me you can't imagine yourself having coffee off of that in the morning. Look out for like rats or something down there. I think that's actually like a giant spider, but we're gonna ignore that. Free. It's free. $40-something pixels. Free boat.